Hello there, and welcome to Daniel's Infinite Playlist. And today we're going, and welcome to the classic album review section, where we basically take a look back on the albums that have been released in the past. And today we're going to review one of my absolute favorites, which is, of course, Deerhunter's, I think it's third or fourth album. Anyways, sorry. Which is called Microcastle Weird Era Continues. And it was an album that was released in 2008. And it was an album that was first, that had a lot of trouble through release, because I think the first half of the album, namely the Microcastle part of the album, was actually leaked. So the singer and frontman Bradford Cox was very, very angry because of this. And for the people that actually did wait for the album release, they got not only the first half of the album, which is the Microcastle part, but also a new part which is called Weird Era Continued. And and through the album's release, it got a lot of great reviews saying that this is a masterpiece of isolation and indie rock, and it's really, really beautiful as well. So yeah, here's the CD unboxing. This CD I've had with me for a long time. I think I first bought it in like 2012 or something. Here's the album cover. I think it's very cool. And here's the album cover, for the behind, but it's also the album cover for Weird Era Continued. And here's the inside, which has two CDs. Let me see, there's the second CD and also the booklet. There you see. Alright, so yeah, how is this album musically? Well, musically this album is a straight up indie rock record, but it fuses a lot of aspects of shoegaze, art rock, avant-garde, and even some strands of pop music, especially 60s inspired pop music, which is really, really beautiful. And it's all blended in this beautiful towering rock masterpiece, which is just super beautiful. And as a teenager, when I discovered this album, it was very, very meaningful because it really, really spoke to me musically, but also lyrically. So how is this album lyrically? Well, lyrically, this album is a very, very personal record. It goes through a lot of themes of isolationism, being lonely, being afraid of other people, and also not perhaps being the perceived normal as other people see you. And that's why, for me, as I said, as a teenager, this was an album that really felt like that teenage friend that would sit with you and listen to you, because I felt like I had a lot of resolved a lot of problems that were resolved thanks to this album's very understanding and emotional scope, especially because of Bradford Cox as a lyricist and singer as well. He really channels these emotions very, very deeply, and it's so beautiful. So yeah, what do I give this album? Well, I give it a 10 out of 10. It is a true classic, and I think for Deerhunter it has been hard to topple all of the just this album, but I think their album Halcyon Digest also has its own special world, even if it's a bit more polished than its predecessor, which is this one. It is truly beautiful in its portrayal of its themes, and also musically as well. It is very engaging throughout the how to say, the both halves of the album. And I'd even say that Weird Era Continued is the better part of the album, even if the Microcastle part is very more, how to say, is even more direct, while the Weird Era Continued part is more experimental. So yeah, it is truly I mean, well, it isn't perfect. It is, for me at least, a very beautiful and a very eye-opening and amazing album, which is why it deserves the highest score, I think. Alright, thank you so much for watching this review. As always, I'm going to put the artist links down below. Deerhunter are available everywhere, iTunes, Spotify, you name it. There are CDs. I'm not sure if there are vinyl versions of this. If there are, I'm going to put the links down below. Thank you so much for watching this review. Please give a like and subscribe if you want to see more reviews. As always, I'm going to review new albums every Wednesday and classic albums every Saturday. So yeah, that's it for me. Enjoy music, enjoy life, people. Vi ses. Hej då!